What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Donnelly from RyanD.com. Check out CalmSupport.com for stress, relaxation, immune, and sleep support. And products also available on Amazon. Always forget that part. And check out RyanD.com for free addiction coaching powered by donations. Now, yesterday I talked about sex and withdrawal and early recovery. I briefly touched on, not really, but relationships in early recovery. And it is widely known and widely talked about that in early recovery it's paramount not to get involved with anybody. If you're already married, you already have a significant other, you're already in a relationship, that's one thing, okay? Because then you're going through recovery together from the very get-go. So there was use, you being a selfish butthead, then you going into recovery and being even more selfish, trying to work on yourself. If you can have somebody that sticks by you throughout that's fantastic as a support system. Now, what I'm talking about is meeting somebody in early recovery, starting a relationship. I do not recommend doing this. Majority of people do not recommend doing this, and the reason being is you have so much on your plate as it is because you're working on yourself that you do not need to bring in more pressure. And relationships are extremely tough, especially the beginning, because you're trying to get to know somebody. And most likely you don't really know who you are right now. Or you're figuring out who you are. Because using for a long period of time, it takes away your personality, it takes away your soul, really. And you're not really who you are. So they say that the brain presses pause on its maturity. So if you started using at, say, age 18 and you're now 30, that's 12 years of use. And they say that when you stop, your brain is at an 18-year-old's mentality. It will mature quickly, but it presses pause. So that's just one aspect of looking at it. So getting into a relationship is not recommended whatsoever. Some people will say that a new relationship saved them, it gave them something to concentrate on. That's great, but that's not something that's recommended. I can't stress this enough because I've heard too many times from people that have told me, they know it's not recommended, but they just met somebody and they think it's fantastic, and then never hear from them again. Or I do hear from them again and the relationship didn't work out and they relapsed. Because then you start judging yourself, you wonder why the relationship doesn't work. When you're working on yourself in early recovery, do you tell the person that you're in recovery? Is that something you want to keep to yourself in the beginning? That might scare people off. It's not exactly the best thing to share with somebody because you're going through a transition and it might come off to that person as, all right, I don't want to get involved with somebody that might, spiral out of control. Most people want somebody that's completely grounded and, on the right foot. So it's recommended that for at least a year you don't get in a relationship, okay? And I recommend that completely. Because far too often does, relationships lead to a relapse. It's very early in the morning today. I just pretty much woke up, so that's a little foggy brain right now myself. My kids are getting yelled at. But bottom line is just, try to work on yourself for the first year. Build a strong recovery, a good foundation for yourself. And once you realize who you are and, have a good idea of how life is going to be for the next, short amount of time, or, you know what I'm saying. You want a strong foundation before you get in a relationship because it will just topple you. That's the bottom line. All right. Check out CalmSupport.com for stress, relaxation, immune, and sleep support, and RyanD.com for free addiction coaching powered by donations. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.